Welcome back to Daily Dose of Space. From Earth, the Milky Way looks calm. A graceful spiral of stars, gas, and dust, rotating slowly in the darkness. No explosions, no obvious chaos. Just a massive, ancient structure quietly drifting through space, unchanged for billions of years. For a long time, astronomers believed that picture was mostly accurate. Galaxies evolve slowly. Their large-scale shapes are stable. Whatever violence they experience tends to be localized and temporary. But over the last 2 decades, that sense of stability has begun to crack. Not because of one dramatic discovery, but because of many small anomalies that, taken together, suggest something deeply unsettling. Something appears to be disturbing the Milky Way. A galaxy that should be settled. The Milky Way is old. Its main structure formed billions of years ago, and since then, it has lived a relatively quiet life. It has not experienced a major collision in a very long time. Its spiral arms are well defined. Its rotation is smooth and predictable. In galactic terms, this should mean stability. After enough time, gravity tends to smooth out chaos. Stars settle into orbits. Gas distributes itself evenly. Large disturbances fade. Yet when astronomers began mapping the Milky Way in detail, especially using precise measurements of stellar motion, they noticed something strange. Large regions of the galaxy were not behaving as expected. Stars were wobbling. Gas clouds were displaced. Entire sections of the galactic disk appeared warped and twisted. These were not small, random irregularities. They followed patterns that suggested an external influence. The warped disk problem. One of the clearest signs that something is wrong is the shape of the Milky Way's disk. Instead of lying flat, like a neat cosmic record, the outer regions are bent and warped, curling upward on one side and downward on the other. This warp has been known for decades, but it was often dismissed as a minor imperfection, a leftover from ancient interactions, something that would eventually settle. But newer observations revealed that the warp is dynamic. It is changing, oscillating, as if the galaxy is still responding to a disturbance that has not fully passed. Warps like this usually form when a galaxy interacts with another massive object, a nearby galaxy, a dense cloud of dark matter, something with enough gravity to tug on the Milky Way's outer stars. The problem is that no such obvious culprit is visible. Stars that don't move together. When astronomers began measuring stellar motion with extreme precision, especially using data from missions like Gaia, another anomaly emerged. Stars in the Milky Way are not moving in the smooth, orderly way that models predict. Instead, many stars appear to move in ripples, waves traveling through the galactic disk, as if space itself were gently sloshing back and forth. These ripples extend across vast regions, affecting millions of stars at once. This kind of motion is not random. It suggests a past event that injected energy into the galaxy, disturbing stellar orbits on a massive scale. Like dropping a stone into a pond, but on a galactic level. Whatever caused this disturbance was large, heavy, and relatively recent in cosmic terms. The invisible suspect. One possibility is a close encounter with a smaller galaxy. The Milky Way is surrounded by dwarf galaxies, and interactions with them are common. One of the strongest candidates is the Sagittarius dwarf galaxy, which has passed through the Milky Way multiple times. Each passage would have stirred the galactic disk, creating waves and warps that persist for billions of years. Simulations show that such encounters could explain many of the features astronomers observe today. But there is a catch. Some of the disturbances appear too coherent, too widespread to be explained by known satellite galaxies alone. This has led some scientists to consider a more unsettling possibility: dark matter. A shadow passing through. Dark matter makes up most of the Milky Way's mass, yet it is invisible. It does not emit light, and it rarely interacts with normal matter except through gravity. But that gravity is enough to shape galaxies. If a dense clump of dark matter passed through the Milky Way's disk, it could create exactly the kind of ripples and warps astronomers are seeing. Such an object would leave no visible trace, only motion. This idea is difficult to test, but simulations show it is plausible. The universe is filled with dark matter substructures. Some may pass through galaxies without ever being seen directly. If this is happening, then the Milky Way is not just a static island of stars. It is being quietly sculpted by invisible forces moving through it even now. A galaxy still reacting. What makes this story especially unsettling is timing. Many of the disturbances appear to be relatively young, cosmically speaking. Not ancient scars from the early universe, but ongoing responses to events that may have occurred within the last few 100 million years. That means the Milky Way is not fully settled. It is still reacting, still adjusting, still ringing like a bell long after being struck. This challenges the idea that large galaxies are stable systems. Instead, it suggests that even mature galaxies live in dynamic environments, constantly shaped by interactions we cannot easily observe. The calm appearance of the Milky Way may be misleading. What this means for us. On human timescales, none of this is dangerous. The motions involved are slow. The forces are subtle. Life on Earth is not at risk from these galactic disturbances. But conceptually, this changes how we think about our home galaxy. The Milky Way is not a finished product. It is a work in progress, shaped by events that continue long after its formation. It also reminds us of how much of the universe remains hidden. Some of the most important forces shaping our cosmic environment may be completely invisible. A quiet surface, a moving interior. From Earth, the Milky Way looks serene, a soft band of light stretching across the sky. But beneath that calm surface lies motion, distortion, and history written in gravity rather than light. Something disturbed our galaxy, something massive enough to ripple stars across thousands of light years. And while astronomers are closing in on the explanation, the full story is not yet settled. The Milky Way may look peaceful, but it is still remembering a disturbance that we are only beginning to understand.